Right now, opioid deaths are still on the rise in Wisconsin. Now, Dane County leaders are trying to find long-term solutions to curb substance abuse. Also, there was the state Supreme Court limiting which actions the Republican-controlled budget writing committee can block by Governor Evers, what both parties are saying about it. And later, how an accidental discovery by UW-Madison researchers could potentially help in the fight against cancer. We welcome you to News 3 now at 6. With opioid-related deaths still on the rise, Dane County leaders are looking for long-term solutions to fight substance abuse in Madison. Our Maddie Heimsch has more on plans for a new drop-in center designed to help save lives. Maddie?
Yeah, Eric, that proposed center would be Narcan, fentanyl strips, smoking supplies, and syringe services. The site would also be staffed by specialists who say there's a need for safe spaces like these in Madison.
Everything's there, whether it's syringe services or materials on educating kids for prevention or diapers for babies if, sometimes it's just the core needs of people that aren't being met.
The 2024 settlement budget provided $800,000 for the opioid settlement subcommittee to put to use. Rick Rose, committee chair, says the drop-in center concept comes after input from both experts and those impacted by addiction.
Talking to people about residents at the jail, talking about moms and the high rate within the queer community or the high rate within the elderly Black community. These are areas that are really challenged.
Currently, there are 2 locations in Madison that provide syringe services, both of them within Public Health Madison and Dane County buildings.
They have done such a tremendously good job communicating with people who have come in for syringe exchange or syringe services. We want to build on those conversations.
Rose says there are misconceptions around providing accessible equipment to drug users.
There's a lot of stigma around all of these things, but for so long it's not working. We're still losing 200-300 people a year. So if this system isn't working currently, we need to hear and try ways that may be different to save those lives. It's not an overdose use center, it's an overdose prevention center. We're there to save lives.
The concept is still subject to approval by the county board.
And if it gets that approval, committee members say the center can prevent opioid-related overdoses more effectively than an abstinence-based approach.
Maddie, thank you. To Campaign 2024 coverage now, where a protest group in Milwaukee isn't exactly happy about a federal judge's decision. And this with the Republican National Convention less than a week away. The coalition to march is planning that demonstration during the convention. And the group wanted permission to march along a route that would cross the secure perimeter for the event. But a district judge decided the group must remain outside that designated security area. That area helps protect RNC attendees. Some of them require Secret Service protection. The judge did give protesters one small victory, ruling the city cannot revoke permits based solely on prior criminal records of protesters. And News 3 Now will be in Milwaukee next week with extensive coverage of the Republican National Convention starting on Monday. We'll have special guests, interviews, and more over the 4-day event. And don't forget to download our Channel 3000 News app for the very latest news there as it happens in Milwaukee. Just search Channel 3000 in your app store. Well, maybe some pop-up showers later tonight. A check of your first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze.
That's right. We're going to continue to track that chance for scattered showers and non-severe thunderstorms as Beryl continues to move its way further into the Midwest. We've seen kind of the effects of Beryl, the cloud cover mainly. We haven't really seen a lot of rain, which is some good news. We certainly do not need any more rain here across southern Wisconsin. And we're sitting underneath those mostly cloudy conditions right now. It's 79 in Madison. We've cooled off a little bit, but even with that cloud cover, we are still not only hot, but we are humid as well. Winds are light and out of the north. They're going to continue to remain light and out of the north as we go throughout the rest of our evening. A few showers continue to move their way through parts of Lafayette County, Richland County as well, back into Walworth County too, but we're not seeing a lot of that otherwise soaking rain that's staying into the Chicagoland area, if not into northwestern Indiana, and then eventually into Michigan. Upper 70s to low 80s for temperatures across southern Wisconsin and into Dane County. Still holding on to the more mid 80s around Edgerton. We're at 83. We're looking ahead to the heat since we're not focused on that soaking rain. We've got a moderate to major risk from heat for Sunday and Monday. We'll talk about how hot we will get in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. The Republican-controlled budget writing committee can no longer block certain actions made by the governor. That's after the state Supreme Court ruled the committee violated separation of power between the legislative and executive branches. News 3 Now's Ellie La Liberté has reactions now from both parties.
I talked with both Republicans and Democrats today about the ruling. Now, the decision essentially says that the committee cannot legally block the governor's administration from spending money on those stewardship programs. The program uses money to fund grants for environmental projects. Republicans have criticized it in the past, saying it prevents land development. Now, some say it undermines the future of the program.
We have to make sure that there's accountability in those investments, and taking the legislature out of that conversation is a real problem. And so going forward, we'll have to look at other ways that we can accomplish similar goals.
Some Democrats say this will ensure Republicans don't overstep.
The Supreme Court overwhelmingly said that what the Republicans have been up to in the legislature is unconstitutional. They are far exceeding their authority.
Governor Tony Evers brought the complaint before the court in October, and it said it would take on the case in February. The court ruled 6-1 in the decision. Reporting in Madison, Elio Liberté, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. The committee blocked more than $15 million to acquire 56 acres of forest land back in April of last year. Now, that would have been the largest land conservation effort in Wisconsin history. Well, now to continuing coverage of yesterday's apartment fire in Rock County. We're learning a firefighter was injured in that fire. 58 firefighters responded to the 23-unit apartment building fire in Surrey Ridge Apartments. Property damage now estimated at more than $1.8 million. The injured firefighter was taken to a local hospital and is expected to be okay. Those displaced by the fire are now getting help from the American Red Cross. Attorney General Josh Kaul and officials with the Office of School Safety spent the day in Lodi for crisis response training. The procedures support standardized, practical, action-based responses to incidents in our schools, specifically focusing on standard methods of reunification. Now, the training covered a variety of crisis responses, ranging from a school shooting to a fire.
And kids are resilient. So again, for us, we don't try to use scare tactics or cause a lot of anxiety. What research has shown is the more prepared they are, the more they practice this, it just is, it's more calming. And if an incident does happen, they recover more quickly.
The one-day training consists of both lecture and also hands-on scenario practice. Well, more than half of the universities of Wisconsin chancellors will receive pay raises. This as the system grapples with financial problems, including flat state aid and the closures of multiple branch campuses. In total, $155,200 will go toward 8 of the university's 13 leaders for these pay increases. At UW-Madison, Jennifer Mnuchin's raise is the largest at 10%. That bumps her salary from $812,000 to $893,000 a year. Chancellors who hit goals for retaining freshmen into their sophomore year will receive bonuses of up to 15%. Now, Mnuchin is not eligible for those bonuses and instead will receive 6-figure payouts for each year that she stays at the university. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, Walmart facing a class action lawsuit, how you might be able to benefit. Plus, a city in Sauk County giving children a second chance at life. How it works when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Station of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Menards is your one-stop shop for huge savings on new energy-efficient appliances. Check out our top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection ready to take home today. Save over $1,350 on this Maytag kitchen suite after sale price and 11% rebate at Menards. Number 1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
If you're interested in installing a solar system this year, listen up. We only have a few available spots remaining in 2024. Scan the QR code on your screen now to save your spot so you can get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
Milwaukee hosts the Republican National Convention, and News 3 Now brings you team coverage as Battleground Wisconsin grabs the national spotlight. Campaign 2024 GOP convention coverage live from Milwaukee, starting Monday on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Sauk County now has the first safe haven baby box in the state of Wisconsin. Located in Reedsburg, the box allows the parents to remain anonymous. Placing the infant in the box means parents who surrender do not have to have any contact with medical personnel. It is completely anonymous. There are no cameras as well.
All a parent has to do is walk up to the baby box, open the door, place their unharmed newborn inside, shut the door, and walk away. In the box, as soon as the door is opened up, it's automatically calling 911.
Opening the box sets off that silent alarm, and a second alarm rings a minute later. Reedsburg first responders' goal is to remove the baby from the box in under 2 minutes. They then provide any needed medical care, take the infant to the medical center, and notify social services. Walmart must face a class action lawsuit. It's over allegations that it engaged in deceptive pricing in its stores. That's according to a federal appeals court ruling, which reversed a lower court's ruling. In the lawsuit, an Ohio man said that he purchased more than a dozen items from a Walmart store. This was in Illinois back in 2022. But the man claims that the prices for some of those items rung up 10 to 15% higher than the price tag on the item. Now, the lawsuit also alleges there were similar discrepancies in stores in 5 other states. Now, as a result, consumers can now try to prove the retail giant violated consumer protection laws. Well, check your fridge and freezer. There's a frozen chicken recall to tell you about. Alsafa U.S. recalling more than 2,000 pounds of frozen ready-to-eat chicken products. Routine testing found the Alsafa halal chicken products may be contaminated with listeria. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service says the recalled chicken should not be eaten. The products were produced in Canada and then imported to the U.S. last month. Vegetarians may soon have a new option at cookouts. South Korean researchers say they can create lab-grown meat that actually tastes like the real thing. Right now, this meat looks like this pink-colored disc that you see here, but scientists say it could offer the same nutrition without producing a carbon footprint. The meatless meat is developed by cultivating animal cells in a lab where they can multiply. Researchers say the cultured meat can generate the flavor of grilled beef as it is cooked or grilled. They add that it can allow non-meat eaters to have burgers, steaks, and the like without guilt, and it benefits the environment. Still ahead, the Madison Farmers Market is moving to a new spot for the weekend where it's heading as Art Fair on the Square comes to town, plus a potentially game-changing accident as researchers at UW-Madison make a breakthrough in the fight against cancer. And temperatures continue to warm up. Blaze with the complete forecast after a short break.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Best News Operation of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture
at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Felco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this?
It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row.
You could win up to $100,000. So cool.
Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn
in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all.
And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Save big at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Choose an Amish handcrafted sofa from our showroom or let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture.
At Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
A new survey finds an estimated 72 million women in the U.S. have skipped or delayed a recommended health screening. That poll was conducted by Gallup for a medical technology company. It found 90% of women acknowledged the importance of regular health screenings, but more than 40% have skipped or delayed a test. More than 60% responded it was hard to make their own health a priority. And the latest study focused on cancer screening. Specifically, 41% of U.S. women delayed or skipped screenings for breast cancer, 35% for cervical cancer, and 33% for colorectal cancer. Well, we all make a mistake now and then, and it leaves us feeling a bit down, but that was hardly the description you could give a researcher at the UW. Their accident turned out to help us better understand T-cell therapy, all to fight cancer. News 3 Now's Kyle Pozorski explains.
Dr. Chris Saha and a team at UW have found what they believe to be a T-cell therapy breakthrough.
By accidentally switching some of the conditions that he was planning to test.
The he's referring to is Dan Capabianca, a recent PhD graduate.
I always wanted to get into science, not really for like the glory of finding out things or whatnot, more just I wanted to go out and like help people.
His breakthrough realization came when he accidentally swapped a condition in his experiment, essentially starving the T cells of sugar. This ended up reducing the cell's maturity, in turn making them last longer. In short, this helps fight tumors more effectively.
It ended up they did better than the other two medias did, which we did not expect.
He says by doing so, the team found this new method can help improve scientists' efforts to fight cancer than what's been previously done. Dawn Pham is the study's first co-author. Her, along with the rest of the team, say it was by pure chance that this worked, and a lesson to always look for more than what you're expecting.
Look for unexpected stuff in research.
In Madison, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. The team additionally tells us more research is needed, requiring them to seek grant money to fund it. On and off storm chances continue ahead of some more heat. Moving in for the weekend, Blaze has our complete forecast.
That's right. We're really focusing on the heat, though. Take a look. We've got a moderate to major threat from heat or risk from heat, not only Sunday, but into Monday as well. As we look beyond the remnants of Beryl, we were thinking maybe the remnants could clip parts of southern Wisconsin, but a lot of that rain is staying off to our south and east. So the next big thing that we've also been talking about is that heat. Future heat index values Sunday 430 into the low triple digits, if not the upper 90s. And our air temperatures during the same time are going to be in those low to mid 90s. I also want to show that even as we go overnight into Monday, we are not going to cool off that much. We're going to still hang out in the 70s when we should be right around 62 degrees for actual air temperatures. So it's important to, as we go into the weekend and even beyond, to stay not only cool and hydrated, but to make sure that you're staying cool and hydrated at night as well. Our high temperatures climbing anywhere between 5 to 15 degrees above average as we go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then maybe next week we'll keep our fingers crossed if we don't like the heat and humidity that we do see that expected cool down back into those 70s. Beryl is moving through parts of the Midwest. We're on the northwest side of her remnants, which means we could see some scattered showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. We've got a nice little shower moving through parts of Elkhorn. Stay north of Lake Geneva right now, back into LaGrange range in Sugar Creek, outflow, as well as the lake breeze off of Lake Michigan pushing into Johnstown right now. And then we turn our attention off into Richland County, eyeing just a little shower continuing to move out of Gillingham down south and west into Boaz. Not seeing any lightning with any of these showers, so it's just kind of that nice little rain, cools us off a little bit, kind of eats up a little bit of that humidity, and then pushes off and maybe dissipates. But there's a look at the expected path of Beryl's remnants. You can see marked by those dark purples and reds and even oranges where the heaviest rain is going to fall, which is some good news because June 2024 was Wisconsin's 6th wettest June on record. Every county across the state recording a wetter than average June except for Racine County. And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, Bayfield recorded its wettest June on record. So we don't need any more rain, and thankfully, as you can see, kind of bigger picture, the remnants of Beryl stay well off to our south and east. But we could see some scattered showers and maybe a few thunderstorms into the second half of Wednesday. We're going to be clearing out those sky conditions as Beryl continues to get pushed off towards the east. That high pressure system moves in as we go into your Thursday morning, and we do tend to stay mostly dry as we look towards the end of the week. But as that high pressure system moves in out of Canada, it brings with it a little bit of smoke as well. So once we clear out the cloud cover, you may see some haze in the atmosphere. That's that smoke lingering in the atmosphere. So just keep that in mind if you are sensitive as we go into your Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday, though, we're hanging out in those upper 70s to low 80s. If we see sunshine, I would say before noon, we definitely have that chance to get more into those low 80s. The sooner we can get rid of the cloud cover, the more chance we'll have of settling into those 80s by the afternoon. And concerts on the Square starts at 7, but if you're going to head out early, take us with you on your mobile device. Track out maybe that chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. But I think for the most part, once we go further into your Wednesday, we will be on the drier and more sunny side. There's a look at your 7 and your 10-day forecast. We're hanging out in those hot and humid conditions Saturday through Tuesday of next week. And then again, fingers crossed, if you don't like the heat and humidity, that we settle back into those 70s by Thursday and Friday of next week as well.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Happening tomorrow, you have a chance to hear a Grammy Award-winning musician for free along with the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. Native American singer-songwriter Bill Miller will be performing at this week's Concerts on the Square. He'll be joined by violinist Jane Story. The concert starts tomorrow night at 7 on the King Street corner of the Capitol Square. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor once again, and we'll have live coverage throughout the day on air and at channel3000.com. And some changes to be aware of ahead of the weekend. Art Fair on the Square returns Saturday and Sunday to the Capitol Square, and that means the Farmers Market Saturday will move over to Breese Stevens Field. Art Fair on the Square put on by the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art with artists from all over the state showcasing a variety of work. The event features a mix of music, entertainment, and outdoor dining as well.
And coming up in sports, that Hall of Fame feeling. Why it's still tough for Bo Ryan to put his call to the Naismith Hall of Fame into words. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Don't miss the 45th Annual Art Fair Off the Square, July 13th and 14th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 13th and 14th. The Art Fair Off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop. There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
After a serious motorcycle crash, don't trust the insurance company. Call Gruber Law Offices first. We've been representing injured bikers for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Back in April, the wait was finally over for Bo Ryan. The former Wisconsin head coach got the call that he's headed to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as a member of the 2024 class. Ryan will officially be enshrined in August, and even though it's been over 3 months since he found out that he's headed to the Hall, it's still hard to put into words what that honor means to the legendary head coach.
When he made the statement, well, welcome to the class of 2024, Coach. You've been elected. All the people that flashed in front of my mind, it was such a blur, and emotionally things popped into my head that just you can't explain. There's no way in the world you could individually or break it down.
Well, it's been quite a couple of days for Giannis. First, he led Greece back to the Olympics for the first time since 2008, and in the process was named the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament MVP. Today, the two-time NBA MVP found out he'll be one of the flag bearers for Greece during the opening ceremonies of the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Remember Braden Locke's first career start last year when Wisconsin started the fourth quarter down 21-7 at Illinois, and then Locke led the Badgers to 18 straight points and a big road win? Well, if the game-winning touchdown play happened this year, the UW would be flagged for a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because Nolan Rucci was wearing a different jersey number than he's listed on the roster, and it wasn't reported to the Illinois sideline. So basically, the Badgers caused a rule change. But you know what? The win still counts. And ahead of their series opener against the Pirates, the Brewers were given back to the Milwaukee community this morning at AmFam Field. The crew traded in their bats for some tools and teamed up to build 100 bikes for kids.
Being able to provide a bike for these kids is pretty cool. It kind of brings you back to your childhood, and just seeing the smile on their faces is making this all worth it.
Brandon, I wonder if
have you ever put together a bike?
It's been a while, and it was usually mostly put together.
I did once, and I put the tires on. Put the front tire on the back tire.
Was that for you?
Yeah, it was for me. It did not. It was a bumpy ride, let me tell you.
Let's go to Blaze. Final check of the forecast.
And, well, I missed the 7-day. You know what? We're up to 40 tornadoes this year, making it the 5th most active year. We're going to be quiet through the rest of this evening, cloudy. We turn on the heat as we head to the weekend.
All right, Blaze, thanks. We're back tonight for News 3 Now at 10. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.